Government shutdown in U.S. history could end as soon as tomorrow. CBS News reports the House is officially returning to Capitol Hill on Wednesday and will hold its first vote as early as 4 p.m.
Joining us right now is Mia McCarthy. She reports on Congress for Politico, and she's here to talk with us about how we got here and what comes next. Mia, thank you for making time to do this. I know how busy you are because of what's happening and all this changing. Is there anything at this point that could keep this bill from passing tomorrow?
Yeah, I would say, you never really know until the gavel is fully down. So we'll see how this works out tomorrow. But right now, GOP leaders are confident that this is going to pass the House. Most House Democrats are opposed to it, but there are still a few centrist Democrats who are looking like they would be likely, or possible at least, that they could break ranks with Democratic leadership. So that's what we'll be watching tomorrow. But right now, it appears that this is going to clear the House.
All right, Mia. So we know many Democrats are just outraged over the shutdown deal right now. So what can you tell us about how this deal went down and also some of the backlash against Virginia's Tim Kaine and some of the others who voted for it?
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to be watching in the next few days and the next few months, really. This handful of Democrats, they had kind of been working behind the scenes this entire time with Republicans to try to come to an off-ramp from this shutdown. Now, many of them are not seeking re-election. A lot of them have already announced that they are retiring. And again, a lot of them also represent some more moderate states. That's not to say there were plenty of moderates who are still upset about this and who believed that Democrats didn't get what they were fighting for, especially after, 40-something days. So we'll be seeing how the political ramifications impact their upcoming re-elections for those who are staying around. But that's what we'll be watching.
Yeah, let's talk about Chuck Schumer's leadership, because obviously people are upset over that as well. What are you hearing about his future as minority leader?
Yeah, that's the other big question right now. I mean, there are many progressives who are very upset with how this all went down. I talked to plenty of them at the Capitol last night, and they were really disappointed with how this shutdown ended. His future, I think it'll be an interesting thing to watch in the coming weeks and in the coming months. He's not up for re-election until 2028, and they won't have to decide on it necessarily a new leader until 2026. But, no one is outright right now in the Senate caucus saying that Schumer should not be leader, but they're also not necessarily backing him, kind of walking that middle line right now.
All right, so the Affordable Care Act, or as many people call it, Obamacare, those subsidies we know were the biggest sticking points here. So how soon could we get action on those policies, and what should we expect from that debate?
Yeah, I mean, the House and Senate, once they have the government reopened, I think the big healthcare question is going to be the thing that they're going to be working on almost immediately. These healthcare subsidies, Democrats are in the Senate are getting a vote on ACA, but it's a little bit less clear in the House. And if President Trump would even sign an extension of the ACA right now, which is what most Democrats are upset about. So I think we're going to be watching the House and Senate go full speed ahead on some sort of healthcare package, whether it's an extension of these subsidies or some kind of an alternative. But that's definitely what their main focus is going to be as these ACA subsidies are set to expire at the end of the year.
So the other thing we need to be watching for if this passes are the potential problems that could lead to another shutdown down the line. The other potential date that we keep hearing about is January 30th.
Yeah, so this stopgap plan, it will basically push the deadline that we just had with the government funding deadlines. They're pushing that to January 30th, which is not a lot of time. There's still 9 appropriation bills that the government has to fund before then. So, in addition to any healthcare package that the House and Senate is looking to pass, they also still have to finish up all of the appropriation bills, or we're going to be back where we just started.
Yeah, that's going to come quickly, especially when you factor in the holidays and everything else. Yeah, not a lot of time at all. All right, Mia McCarthy with Politico, thank you so much for your time tonight. We appreciate it.